Oh, thank you so much, Echoes of Experience, for giving me this opportunity. In terms of career path, actually, I have a lot to say, and maybe I have some insights to share with young people. I'm also a young person. I was assigned to do roles. I can say zero.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe calculation. The most experienced person in any organization is the intern. So 2 years elapsed, and I found myself jobless. By the way, it's an intern who do a lot of work in any corporate. We were being paid 15,000 subjected.
And the worst mistake you did was to go back to the village.
Was to go back home. I had done so many businesses and they failed previously. I was selling jewelries, yes, online, and the problem I had was delivery.
So welcome Almasa. We are glad to have you, and we look forward to learning from your story, your experience, so that the young people like you and others can learn and avoid some mistakes in their careers. So karibu sana, welcome.
Oh, thank you so much, Echoes of Experience, for giving me this opportunity. Actually, I have a lot to say in terms of career path, where I am, where I'm heading, and maybe I have some insights to share with young people. I'm also a young person. So after graduation, I was so young and naive, and I didn't know exactly which foot to put forward, which one to follow. But fortunately, or good luck for me, few days after graduation, I secured internship with a government parastatal. I do not want to mention its name. So my internship journey started in 2021. It was a 1-year internship. I was glad, and of course, I was so hopeful that after internship, maybe my career journey will start in the same parastatal. But we all know what goes on in government parastatals. So I did my internship for 1 year, and unfortunately, things didn't go as I expected. So I was thrown into the world now with nothing.
How long did you do your internship?
Yeah, my internship was supposed to last for 1 year, but they extended it for another 1 year. So that was 2 years internship. I know it's long. It's a long time to do internship, but we did it anyway because there was no any other option. Yeah, no. As much as we were applying for other opportunities, but I was not lucky to secure one during that period of my internship.
And were you applying the knowledge that you gained from university, or what was the nature of the job?
Yeah, as you understand what you are taught in school and what you face in the corporate world or outside, they are two different things. If you understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe the school, the education system maybe teaches you how to communicate, how to relate well with others, and how to be creative. That's the knowledge you can borrow from the learning institution.
Great.
Yeah.
So you learned something from that experience. You were able to gain experience and at least explore the knowledge that you gained in university.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. I was able to apply a little bit of what I learned in school, but in terms of the specific task I was assigned to do roles, I can say zero.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe calculations there, but
a bit of Excel.
Yeah, a bit of Excel. But exactly what we were taught in school, no.
And they had, did you have hopes that you'd be absorbed by the parastatal?
Of course. Of course, that was the hope, that was the prayer, that is what I was expecting.
Okay.
Yes.
Did it affect you in terms of maybe being open to other opportunities, applying in other parastatals or other organizations?
I can say yes. Yes, somehow. In as much as I was applying in other areas, but still my mind, my energy, my focus was in that particular parastatal that I was working for, since it's one of the best employer in the country.
Okay.
Yes, so I was looking forward to also set foot there.
Great.
Yeah.
So tell us what happened after the internship process.
So during the internship or after?
Now the transition, now how you are able to navigate from the internship, now how you are not able to get the job that you expected, how your transitions, were there challenges? Okay.
Yeah, of course. So I do not want to talk much about during my internship period, since as an intern, just go there, you do a lot of, by the way, it's an intern who do a lot of work in corporate. Prove me wrong if you can, the comment.
Okay.
Yeah, most interns, you can relate. You do all the work, all the stuff. In fact, the officers you are assigned with or you work with, they relegate their duties to you. Yeah, so you find that you are the least paid there, and you are the one who do a lot of stuff there.
Great.
Yeah, so the most experienced person in any organization is the intern.
Great.
They know everything, how it's done. Yeah, so I do not want to talk about much. So 2 years elapsed, and I found myself jobless and searching, and how job hunting is tough in this country.
Okay.
So you can relate.
Which year was that?
That was 2022.
So you joined your internship in
2021 January. Now 2022 December, I'm out here.
You are out. Okay.
With nothing. The internship, we call it a stipend.
Oh, you are getting stipend. How much were you being paid actually?
I do not want to say it. Anyway, let me just say it. We were being paid 15,000 subjected to statutory deduction.
Okay.
Yes, in Nairobi, by the way.
15,000.
Yes, and my house rent at that time was 8,000.
So
where every day was 100 shillings true and 100 shillings true.
Wow.
So you can do your math.
So did you find any challenge in terms of balancing your math? Now, I understand that you say it's being cut, the statutory deductions. So how much was it after the statutory deductions?
After the statutory, we won, thanks to the former president Uhuru Kenyatta, he introduced the policy of not taxing salary below 24,000. Okay. So mine was within that bracket.
That bracket.
So the statutory deduction I was paying was NHIF by the form. It's now SHA. It was NHIF and NSSF. Okay. Housing levy had not been introduced. Yes. Okay. So after being slapped with the deduction, what remained now in my bank account was 13,000.
13,000. Yeah. So you said your rent was 8,000.
My rent was 8,000.
So how would you
so
balance
I'm left
that?
with the 7,000.
Yeah.
Okay. To work around 7,000.
There's lunch.
For the rest of the transport,
and
I have to send home something.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have to send.
Now people in my village, they know I'm working.
You went to a big university.
A big government parastatal. I'm a government officer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I had to send home something.
How much were you sending? Or
1,500, just something.
Just something. Just something. So did you find yourself struggling at some point?
Of course I was. At times I used to go without meals, and us men, we keep a lot of things for ourselves. I had a girlfriend, by the way.
You had a girlfriend?
Yeah. So at times she used to call me, tell me about her hair, her nails, and at times I sacrifice. I go without meals. Yeah. To ensure everyone is happy.
Okay. So was she hopeful enough and able to understand your situation? How was it during that period?
By then she was very understanding. Yeah, she knew exactly what I was doing. We were very open. Yeah, so she wasn't asking for too much, but women, they always want something.
Or maybe she was hoping that you'd be absorbed and maybe the situation would change.
Exactly. Yeah, she was hopeful enough. She was praying for me. Yeah.
And you together? You're still together?
Up until now.
Wow. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. That's very beautiful. So you said sometimes you'd skip meals.
Of course. Yeah, I used to go without meals. Without we used to call it kuinama.
Kuinama.
Yes.
Kuinama meaning?
meaning you skive meals, right?
Okay.
Yes, you go without meals.
With your
So
friends.
during lunchtime, I used to not to eat
Okay.
because of lack, not because I didn't have appetite or I was fasting, but it was lack.
No, it was lack.
I come from that background. I don't want to talk about it. But
Okay.
I come from that background. You know it. No tall brother, not good father, no inheritance, no nothing. You have to face it yourself.
Wow.
Yes. So if it were not for God, you wouldn't have done
And
it.
transport, was it a challenge?
It was sometimes, because you realize after, let's say, the week of salary, after being paid 1 week later, you don't have anything. So you have to survive for the rest of the month, and you still have to report at workplace and do your duties. Yeah. So it was not easy. At times, I used to call my friends. They are these good friends, by the way. Yeah, they used to come through. Whenever you are, may you be blessed.
Okay.
You know yourself, wale marafiki tulikuwa tunaombana pale nini. Yeah.
Wow. So you had very supportive friends.
I always have supportive friends, and by the way, we still communicate until now. Yeah.
Wow.
I maintain that relationship.
It's very good to have such supportive friends. And I know when life will be smooth and everything will, your dreams will come true. I know those are the people you'll appreciate so much.
Of course. Yeah.
How were your parents saying when during that period? Were your parents supporting you, or what were they?
Yeah, I only have one parent. Yeah, my mother, and she was very supportive. My mom is a religious person. She used to pray and be hopeful, but then she used to go to church, pray, and so on. Yeah.
So she was very supportive.
Yes.
Wow, interesting story. So now how was the transition? Now tell us now, on 31st December, you're being told that your contract has come to an end. So now you have to find a way out. How was that situation?
At first, I was so relaxed. You know, I'm one person who stay calm in any situation. Yeah. So I was just relaxed. I just knew if one door shuts, the other one will open. Now that was the beginning, the genesis of my hill climbing.
Okay.
Yeah. Now the hill I'm going to climb, after that, it's not easy. It shaped me. It made me a transition from a boy to a man.
Great.
Yeah.
Interesting. How was that hill? How was that hill?
Now that's a story that I would really want to talk about it. Now that is the main focus, and this is what I want young people to learn from my story.
Great.
Yeah.
Tell them. Here we go.
So after internship, I had a sister in Nairobi. So I went to stay with her. You know, as a man, a grown-up man, staying with your sister is not right.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah. Actually, it was the last option.
Okay.
Yeah. But at times, some situation force you to do things that you don't want to do. I went there, I stayed with my sister. And of course, staying under someone, there are some rules and regulations that you have to abide governing that house. Some may not favor you, but you just have to. Yeah, so after staying with my sister, of course, I had my own challenges, and I decided, let me go back home.
The village?
Yes.
Where do you come from?
Kitale.
Kitale. Which constituency?
I come from Kitale, Cherangani constituency. Now that is where rain started beating me.
Okay. Tell us.
Actually, that's the worst mistake I ever did in life.
And the worst mistake you did was to go back to the village.
Was to go back home. After things didn't work out in Nairobi, I went back home. Oh my.
Oh my God. Oh my.
Now let me tell you. After going back home, there was a recruitment, a military recruitment. I went and tried my luck. Few days to prior to the recruitment.
Okay.
Imagine I hurt my leg. I wanted to join in as a graduate cadet.
You had an injury?
I hurt my leg badly. In fact, mguu ilikatika, hiyo veins ya mguu ilikatika design siwezi tembea tena.
What happened?
I was just playing football. You know, I'm one person who loves sports.
Great. You are a fan of which team?
Yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan.
Oh, great. Great. The Ghana. You're a Ghana.
You can't ask.
Okay, great. So
I'm an Arsenal fan.
So you had that accident as you were playing football.
So I love sports. At times I join kids, the village who play. At times I run. Yeah, I love sports. So I saw kids playing and I joined them. So when we were playing games, meshika, I'm a physical fitness by the way. Yes. So I can't just stay at one place. I like to exercise. I like to play. So we were playing with the kids and then I don't know, nilijitega nikaangukia jiwe. Jiwe kubwa ilikata mguu. Nilishtukia tu damu imejaa.
Oh, sorry man.
Hey, now you know at the village when tunacheza miguu chini. The impact was severe. Yeah. And that was 3 days to the recruitment. And you know, at the military recruitment, you must run. The password, in fact, is you run some kilometer. In fact, it is 10 kilometers run.
It's 15, a basic requirement.
Yes, it's the password. For you even to, before inspection and so on, you must run. So, that was my red card. But I was determined. I still went and attended the recruitment, limping. And, nilikuwa na clutches si kwanza kutembea. Yes, nilienda tu na clutches yangu kwa recruitment. I just observed how the process was going. I almost cried because I found out that the graduate cadet, it was not that competitive. I was the only male candidate, so I would have qualified by default. But unfortunately, I had an injured leg. Yes. Kwanza unajua tu kwa jeshi kidonda kwanza watakangi. Sasa mimi yangu ni fresh. I've been stitched. You can't even walk. So my case was just hard. Yes. And then I talked to one officer by the way. He told me, wewe kijana, wewe si, and I just want to quote exactly what he said. He told me, wewe kijana, wakati unakaribia recruitment, usicheze mpira, usipande pikipiki.
Okay.
He told me hii kitu inakuwa na mikosi. Wewe si wa kwanza. That's what he told me.
You're not the first person.
So I knew maybe it was never meant for me. I went home, I nursed my wound. But that's where my challenges started. Now, I started having problems with my mother. She started, I think, my mom started becoming bitter because she has spent money paying my school fees. She was so hopeful about the previous internship I had. She was prayerful. She did everything right, but things didn't work out. I mean, she had bet on me.
Okay.
But things didn't work out as she expected. And I could handle it. I could take it, but she couldn't. She lost it. She started becoming bitter. I could see anger in her face. She was shouting and calling my names. Everything, yani nikifanya mistake tu kidogo, alikuwa na react with bitterness. Yeah. So unajua sasa wanaume at times kuna game inachezwa late. Yeah. You have to go kwa vile juko mnatazama ball kwa hall. Have to go and watch it. She would shout, she would insult, she would do all that kind of.
How about you, the girlfriend?
How
about the girlfriend at the same time? Were you in good terms?
I was just giving her all hopes because I didn't have nothing with her. I was selling Oba.
You were tengering,
man. Nilikuwa nimetenga. So,
lies.
Yeah, I was selling her hopes. I used to tell her kuna deal na ngoja ivane mambo itakuwa sawa.
Okay.
By then she used to purchase them. Now let me tell you, there was nothing in place.
Now, how?
There was no deal. I was waiting for. I was going to.
Were you applying jobs?
2023 and 2024 alone.
Yeah.
I applied for 1,500 jobs on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
I even paid for CV revamping services. I did everything right.
You did everything right.
And I went to church.
You prayed. So, did you get any invitation for an interview?
Yeah.
How many did you get?
I applied for 1,500 jobs. I got 12 interviews and 1 job offer. Yes. So let me still explain my journey back and what made me leave the village back to Nairobi and the hard decision I had to make. Yes. So things started becoming worsening every day. My mom started becoming bitter each and every day. She was getting worse and she was out of control. So what I did, I called my uncle, the brother to my mom. I explained to her, your sister is getting out of hand. Maybe you try to talk to her because as you can see, I'm also going through challenges. What is happening, also didn't see it coming. But it will not be right if she continue throwing her bitterness also on me. I'm on the receiving end. I'm down. You can't beat me when I'm down. So I talked to my uncle. But of course, where I was raised, your parent is always right. Yes. So this is a topic for another day. We call it positive toxicity. It's something we will talk about it some other day. And toxic parents. By the way, your family members can be toxic.
And affect your mental health.
Yes. By the way, I was suffering mental health. I suffered mental health. It's a topic we'll talk about some other time.
Great.
At times, I was sitting alone. I used to be alone. You know, at the village, there are plantation, bananas, and so on. So I used to sit alone in those bananas with my cat. I had a cat that used to like me a lot.
A cat?
Yes, a cat. Yes, those pictures are amazing. So I used to sit alone with my cat in the plantation. And my mom, as religious as she was, she used to accuse me that I'm in a cult. Because
you're in a cult, bro.
Yeah. Because I used not to go to church. I didn't go to church. And she accused me that I'm in a cult. That's because I like staying alone. Yeah, so they hurt me, baby.
The cat is still alive?
The cat is there. It's still alive.
Okay, so tell us how you decided to leave the village back to the city.
Now, what made me leave the village? I went in the village to be a farmer.
You had the business plan?
I had written a business plan. Yes. I had applied for financing to the government. The program called Enable Youth Kenya.
Good.
Yes, I had applied. 2 million to start a dairy farm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yes, but unfortunately, you understand the government things, bana. They walinipigisha kona, and time is still back. By the up to now, sijaipata your financing. My business plan ilipita panel, so but I didn't get it. It's also a story for another day.
Great. You tell us that.
So one day, I was at home, and then that's when I realized the only person I need is me. But then this one, let me tell you, nobody owes you anything.
Nobody.
The only person who will rescue you from your situation, the situation that you are in right now, it's you. Not your mother, not your uncle, no one, not your sibling.
And nothing will happen to those people who did not support you.
Nothing. They don't owe you anything. Yes. You will keep on crying, your uncle didn't connect you. Yule uncle kuitishanga CV. Kila siku anakutisha CV. I also have that uncle. Kuna anko yangu yeye unitisha civic every year.
Every year.
Mpaka simtumiangi, namwambianga nimekutumia kwa email umeo. Hello Nef, nitumie CV, kuna opportunity cup, naambia nishakutumia kwa email umeo, na anasema ameiona na sijatuma. Ameiona sangapi? Ameona nini?
So everyone has that uncle.
We all, especially those of us who wenye mmekuwa raised kileleshwa, mtu understand. Most of us we have that uncle. Yeah.
Okay, go.
So they do usiwafikie, usiwabebe. They don't owe you anything. You need yourself. It's all in you.
Great.
The only person who can change your life is
you.
That's the hard lesson I learned. Ni kama the reason why I was passing through the challenges, it was for me to learn that the hard way.
That.
Yes.
Okay.
The only person that I need to change my situation is me.
Great.
Yeah.
So how did you find yourself now back in Nairobi?
So when I was sitting alone, a thought just came to me. What am I doing? This is not a good environment with good energy. There's always negative energy. We are by they, as men, we like peace. We'll do anything to achieve peace. So it was a toxic environment. So I decided, let me go back to the city. But where am I going?
Where are you going?
Yeah. Where am I going? Still my sister. And you know, coming from your mother's house to your sister's place, it's more of the same, like jumping from frying pan to water.
So you are going back,
from
back
frying
home.
pan to direct fire.
Back to where you started.
Back to where I started. But at least in the city, there I can be doing something. Kuna uhaba wa maji Nairobi. Sasa bebea mtu maji. Yeah, but I did that. So going back to the city, I was still applying jobs on my phone, applying for opportunities, just somewhere to start. But I was doing the non-formal jobs like kubebea watu maji mjengo. I did all that. In degree economics and statistics nabeba maji.
You say you did economics and statistics. A degree, graduate.
Yeah.
Wow.
And some other certificates.
Other certificates.
Professional certificates.
Other attachments.
Yeah. So I used to carry water, but at least I used to earn something. 100 shillings, 200 shillings. Just something. Still my girlfriend, I used to sell her hopes. Yeah. This is a deal I'm making. This is big, baby. This is going big.
Oh, that girlfriend was good. That girlfriend was good. And
she's amazing.
Wow. You should keep her. Yeah. And did you have friends, those friends of yours, did you have them maybe support you at the same time?
You know, friends, you cannot rely on friends to support you, but it's better than that. Friends can only help you where necessary. For instance, I can call one of my friends, say, hey, do you have like 1,000 shillings? I'll refund. But they can't be like helping you long term. Yeah.
Wow. So now you're back in Nairobi. You're doing those informal jobs.
So I did those informal jobs and I accepted, and I was willing to change my situation from worse to something better. Yeah.
Okay.
So now I like staying alone. So this other time I was sitting at the river's bank, at the bank of a river.
Which river is there? Is that?
There's a seasonal river in Kitengela. Yeah, kukiflood hapo ndio shida inaanzianga.
So you used to go and chill there?
Yes. When it's dry, I used to go and chill there. So a thought came, what can I do to solve problem? I used to observe in Nairobi, but then I had done so many businesses and they failed previously. I didn't talk about it. I tried businesses as well. They failed.
Which business?
I was selling jewelries. Yes, online. And the problem I had was delivery. That's the problem I was facing. My sister was running a laundry shop. The challenge she was facing was delivery. So I thought, what can I do to solve the problem of delivery?
Logistics.
Can I be a freelancer delivery?
Rider.
Yeah, so many businesses out there, I was observing them, like water purification businesses. They were facing the challenges of delivery. So I thought, what can I do to solve this problem? Can I be a freelancer delivery? Maybe businesses contract me to be doing delivery, but I need a vehicle or a bike or something. Now that's when the idea of electric bike came to me.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah. It was new in Kenya. I had never seen electric.
Which year was that?
In Kenya. That was last year,
2024.
There were electric mobility companies in Kenya, but since I was not interested in that field, I didn't used to see them. Now that's when I started researching online. Where can I get electric bike in Kenya? I saw companies out there. They have not paid me, so I'm not going to mention them.
They have not paid you?
Yes, to promote them. So I'm not mentioning their names. But there are companies I saw online. Started following them. I even applied jobs to those companies. Yeah. So there's this particular company. I found they have a fleet services where you can be their rider but using their electric bike. Since electric bike is very expensive,
yes,
so I couldn't afford it. So now I decided to apply in that company and become a fleet rider. Now this is how the fleet works. The company now is contracted by other companies that want
the services.
Want delivered services. For instance, restaurants, water purification, laundry shops, and so
pharmacies.
Just in line with what I was thinking. So I applied very fast, and that's how we were doing it. We used their bikes. Now they pay the companies that owns bike, and then now they deduct the rental fee of the bike. They pay us the rest.
Okay.
So this company wakanicheza. Yeah, tulifanya now 2 weeks and they didn't pay me my money. Kanitoka. So tena hivyo ndio nikajikuta jobless tena.
You are now back to the jobless world.
Yes, having worked as a delivery rider for 2 weeks, now I found myself jobless again. So there is this uncle of mine, ule wanitumie CV, alikuwa mgonjwa. Pale Imara Mall, kuna hospitali pale Imara Mall inaitwa RH something. Yeah. So he called me and told me, "Hey nephew, I'm sick at that hospital." So I went to visit him. After going there at Imara Mall, now the company that I'm working with right now, they were exhibiting electric bikes there. Since I was interested in electric mobility, so I went and I inquired, hey, how are these things? How can I own? So I started as a customer. Now they referred me, the sales agents that were there, they referred me to their company's offices. So I went there, went to inquire how I can own a bike. Can I lipa mdogo mdogo? Just Kenyans will like paying on installments. Yeah. So that's how I found myself in their offices as a customer. A few days later, I saw they are advertising for a job. I applied and they invited me for an interview. I went there and that's where I am today. Yes. I deal with the electric bikes.
So if anyone needs an electric bike, you are the person.
Find me.
Wow.
I'm so knowledgeable in electric bikes and I'm still learning.
Wow.
Electric mobility. I've attended so many conferences. It has given me opportunities.
Wow.
I really appreciate it.
Wow.
Yes.
Your prayers are being answered.
Everything at its own time.
Wow.
So how much harakisha chochote. Let the divine, let God work at his own time. In every hill that you climb, there's always a downhill. At the darkest point of your life, morning is approaching.
Morning.
Yes. So that's what I've been doing for a year now. And I know I'm going far. And soon I'm planning even to start my own company, still in electric mobility.
Wow.
I want to range from electric bikes, electric cars, the fleet services, and so on.
Wow.
Electric mobility is something big in Kenya. It's something that's going very far. It's projected to grow at a very high rate.
Green energy.
Clean energy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We as you can see where we are shooting this, I'm an environmental enthusiast person. I like nature. I like animals. I just like the coexistence of nature. So let's take care of nature by not polluting our environment.
So anyone who needs
electric,
should reach out to you.
Electric vehicle, electric boda, electric scooters, just reach out to me.
I know you'll get a lot of purchases from people of goodwill.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So now, in a nutshell, tell us what will be your advice to the young people, young graduates who are, because we have so many people leaving the universities and they are coming out here with expectations and hopes. They are getting internship in different government parastatals and just the same journey that you went through. What would you advise them?
Advice number one, never go back home.
Great.
Just don't. No matter what, hata hiyo kazi yako ikiisha, just do what you got to do to still maintain in the city.
Stay in Nairobi.
Only go back home when you have something. Go back home when you're driving. Go back home when at least you can support even your people at home. Because if you can't, especially if you're a man, you are useless.
You're useless.
You are useless. Not even your own mother will see you as someone. Have you ever noticed that, let's say, in a family, you are like 4 brothers, and then 3, let's say one is abroad, the other one is an engineer, the other one is a doctor working in Nairobi or somewhere. Now, this the 4th one is at home. He takes care of livestock nini. Project ikipangwa kwa hiyo boma, huyu ahusishwangi. Huyu mwenye ana take care of livestock. Ahusishwangi hata head persona na ngrata.
You are not recognized.
Ai, maoni yako inahitajika.
You are non-existent.
You are useless. That's the painful truth. That's the worst side of it. Even your own people, you will be useless, man, if you don't have anything. So never go back home if you have nothing. Never. Advice number 1. Advice number 2. School teaches you the theory, calculations, and so on. IQ. School build your IQ, but life and interaction build your SQ. Social and emotional quotients. SQ and EQ. But now that will not help you survive out here. Life needs creative people. What can you create? What can you solve? What's the problem that the world is facing that you can? Even if there is no problem, now create that problem.
Create it.
Yes, you have a solution.
You need to love problems.
Create. That's how the big boys play. They have the solution. They create a problem.
Wow.
Now you run to them for solution. They are in business.
Yes.
That's how the world works. So advice number...
That was number 2.
That was number 2. Be creative. Create anything. Last but not least, during your worst moment, everyone will leave your side. You'll be alone. The only person you need is you. No one else. Thanks to God, I had a girlfriend who was understanding. She didn't leave, but even if she did, ninge understand. Yeah, because my situation at that time was not good. 2 creatures didn't leave my side. My girlfriend and my cat.
And your cat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Long live those 2 creatures.
Just you say that the last and not least of the lesson that you learned.
Yeah.
Just to ask, what really makes it hard for people to realize that someone is undergoing mental health? That we have a lot of people who we realize that when it is too late. What really makes the society not realize early enough when someone is undergoing that?
Mental health is a serious challenge, and it's the worst challenges one can go through. I cannot even wish that to my enemy. Yes, so the society need to focus so much on mental health These are the factors that causes and subject people to mental health. Stress due to economy, yes, lack of unemployment amongst youths, separation, divorce, and broken relationship.
Those are the main
causes of mental health. So in case anyone close to you is going through any of those, kindly observe and take care of them.
How do you know? Because the question is, how do you know? Because in your situation, probably people would have realized and assisted you, but how does someone know? How do we create that awareness so that you're able to identify someone who is unemployed? Is it that you look for someone who is not employed, you look for someone who is staying with the cat, like you are doing, or what do you think? Because something went through.
So what affected me is that I used to stay alone most of the time. I'm a man of the people. By the way, one of my ambition is to become a leader.
You want to become a leader?
Yes, I want to become a leader. I will. In fact, I'm a leader.
No, great.
It's only a matter of time. So I'm a people-centric person in as much as I like staying alone at times, but they should be balanced. At times you are with people when need be. At times you are alone when need be. When maybe you need to meditate or something. But during that time, I used to be alone most of the time.
So just to cut you short in a bit, so it means one of the things that you need to look for, it's someone who is changing behavior, whereby someone who used to be so people-oriented is now staying alone, spending time alone, not associating with people.
Yes.
Wow. So that was that would be the main indicator for your case.
Yes, for my case, that was the major indicator.
Okay.
Maybe for others it may be different, but behavior change cut across.
Awesome. Wow, you gave us a very great insight. So maybe a parting shot, what would you say as you finish this story of yours? What would you tell the government, the people out here?
Wow, of course I have one for the government. The government, there's no animal or creature called the government. The government is made up of people, people like me and you. Like I'm aspiring to become a leader, I'll be the government someday. The government is made up of people. How comes the government of Singapore is doing well and whereas of country X is not doing well? Because the people who form the government there, they have decided to put the interest of their people first. Look at Burkina Faso. So it all starts with the leaders that we elect.
They be human-centered, they be like parents.
Let them be human. In as much as you are a leader and you chase power and so on, have some humanity in you. It can't be 60 years after independence, people are still dying of hunger. People can't afford healthcare. But I've been to public hospitals. It's not a story for another day. I was admitted in a public hospital. You don't want to be there. So these leaders,
as a leader,
employment opportunities can be created. And imagine the youths are not even asking for employment. Just create conducive environment, like tax subsidies.
Do you think if there was a good environment, those business ideas, those business plans that you had, they would have maybe come out to be successful?
Of course. Like there was a government program, Enable Youth Kenya. I applied for it. We applied 700 youths. How many people are funded? Like 1% of that number. They find excuses to eliminate you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said the government should be humane enough.
Yes.
They should be. They should care for the people.
Of course.
Wow.
They should.
Wow.
About this, but other people, youth, especially youth, you are in the generation where there are less opportunities and like, and like the time of our forefathers. So we all have purpose here on earth. Kindly chase your purpose, and everything has its own time. As long as you stay focused, you put the hard work on it, everything will turn out to be as you expected.
Well, anyone who would like to get a e-bike, You say immobile. What did you say?
E-mobility.
E-mobility.
Yes, for E for electric.
Anyone who would like to get that bike, what's your contact? Maybe they would like to have one.
Yeah. My social pages, I call myself the King of West because I come from Western.
Wow.
Yeah, my phone number is 0112 830 606.
Repeat.
0112 830 606. Everything electric mobility, like from electric cars, electric bikes, electric scooter, I got you.
Wow, thank you so much, Almasa. We from Echoes of Experience, we are so glad to have you. Thank you so much for the beautiful insights, and I know they're going to help someone out there, the youth especially. And we look forward for the next episodes where you're going to share the other topics that you've highlighted. And I know the society will become better. And you and me will help each other, and we'll beat this enemy called mental health.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Great.